Hello everybody, James here from App Spy and Pocket Gamer. I'm being joined by Mike Rose, who is the, go on say it.
I'm a fire starter.
He's the fire starter guy. He's works with Tinybuild basically, and we are about to look at Dungelot 3.
Yes,
which is...
or Dungelot : Shattered Lands.
Ooh, alright
yeah,
then.
It's got a fancy subtitle.
Wicked. Well, press some buttons and show us how it works.
Let's press some buttons. So I'm going to click on this little door here and start a dungeon. So the general basic idea of this game is that it is your kind of classic dungeon crawler that has had babies with Minesweeper.
Sexy.
That's the way, because everyone loves Minesweeper, right? Like,
yeah.
It's just the thing. So what you do is you can see that I've got a door here and 2 blocks off it, and you can start breaking these blocks away from the door like this. Whenever you hit an enemy, the blocks around them are blocked off, so you can't go there until you kill that enemy.
Gotcha.
And the general idea is that you want to kill enemies to find the key that unlocks the door that takes you to the next floor. And that's it. It's easy as that. So if I go like this, and I'll explain why I'm not killing him immediately in a second. So I want to try and unlock as many of the paths as I can before I start trying to decide, because each of these enemies can hurt me in different ways. So I'll just open these bags. Oh, I've got some rancid meat there. That's useful. Lantern, that's useful. Nice. I'll explain them in a second. So what you can see is you can see 3 enemies. Now, the guy at the top is super weak, so I'm going to be able to kill him easily just in one hit, which is a good idea. If I'd gone for one of these 2 down here, they've got power, so you can see the guy in the middle has got freeze power, and the guy at the bottom, basically, he poisons me and makes it so that my attacks aren't as powerful. Okay. So I can generally, oh, that's a hole there. These ghost guys are evil, and I just never go near them because they're so evil. But basically, I can go around here, and let me think. I'm gonna kill this guy and go here. So as you go further into you can see it's kind of easy right now. If you go further into the dungeon, it gets harder and harder. I've also been playing this for a little while, so I've unlocked a lot of stats, which means that I'm able to kind of be a badass, which is, I mean, everyone loves being a badass, right?
And the aim is to grab hold of the key to get you to the door to get you out.
I still have, there it is. There's the key.
Nice. Now, people might have seen already or have played the first game, the original Dungelot, which came out way back when, and then there was a sequel which kind of took a free-to-play turn. Yes. What are the big differences here? I'm initially noticing it's pretty. The animations are taking a step up.
Exactly. So the original Dungelot was quite a favourite of mine. I just thought it was amazing. It was like actually one of my favourite games. I think it was like 2013. Yeah. So this game is a lot of the same, except that this time, firstly, it looks nicer, like you said. Secondly, it has a story arc to it. So instead of just being there is a mode where it's just kind of dungeons that you just keep endless, I guess. But this is actually like a story mode, so I want to get to like the 10th floor here, kill the boss, and move on to the next dungeon. Oh, right. Yeah, so there's kind of a story mode. There's a lot of other modes coming as well, but this is what we're showing up to now. So that's kind of the thing that's going on there. A lot of this game is focused... Oh, yes, the key. So a lot of this game is focused on actually like using items, and it's kind of got a puzzle element to it, basically. So when you start this game, you die like almost immediately. A lot like the original Dungelot, you just die over and over and over again. Like I said, I'm killing everybody right now because I played it on the plane for about 10 hours on the way here from Manchester to LA.
It's easy to do. I played the first one, the first time I picked it up, and I looked up and it was 2 hours later.
Yeah. I know, well that's the thing. So you can imagine here, I have been playing this for 10 hours, so I've kind of pimped my guy out a little bit, which is why I'm destroying everybody.
How many characters you got this time around? Because there were a few, at least 3 the first one, I think.
I want to say 6. I can go and check in a second, actually, once I've absolutely annihilated everybody.
But you got a bunch of different ones available to you.
So each of the characters, if you remember in the original game, the characters play very differently. So like, I think in the original game, there was a special character where you started off with barely any energy, but every time you killed someone, you got energy back. So you had to try and like work out who you were going to kill to do that. So what I'll do is I'll show you. Basically, there's like a kind of puzzle element to it as well. In that as you get further, so I can go down here and look here. So you can see each of these items. At the top, you can see a flashing red number. That's food. And if you run out of food, you have to have 1 food every floor. If you run out of food, then you start you're starving, and you start losing tons of energy. Okay. So, for example, here you can eat 1 food, this rotten meat, so that won't happen. But then for the next 5 turns, you'll lose a bunch of energy
because it's rotten and skanky.
Exactly.
It becomes Daisy.
But what I can, exactly. But what I can eat here is this fairy bread, which goes +2 provision. I got 2 of these, so that's kind of useful. So I'll just eat these dudes. There we go. This lantern is super useful. So when you use this, you can see everything on the floor.
So now, enemy and who isn't? Yeah, gotcha.
So I can just go like this now, grab everything, and then start bringing the enemies out, basically.
And as well as the puzzle element, there's very much the kind of an RPG thing to it. As much as you've been playing it for a while, your guys like bust up a little bit.
Yeah. So like, I mean, obviously, like when you say roguelike, you're talking about like I think the kind of what's it called, like the hardcore roguelikes are ones where, like Spelunky, for example, where you don't
die,
ever
you start again. There's
you
no
don't ever exactly. But that's not like this. This is more like you unlock stuff as you're going on. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll jump out of here. Let's go give up, and I'll show you some of the things we're talking about. So back here, there's these skills at the bottom, and you've got this skill tree that expands out. So at the start, you've barely got anything, and as you kind of so if you go here, for example, you can spend 36 of the coins that you're finding to bump your health up. Do the same with the strength and the armor, and then other spells start unlocking as well. So you got this spell, which means that you can attack first and you get super duper damage. This one lets you actually stun people for one turn. This one here, which isn't unlocked, unlocks at level 8, is kind of amazing. It's like, I think it's called like the Hand of God or something. And basically, once you unlock it, there's a 1% chance that when you uncover an enemy, God is suddenly going to just come down and just squish them with a finger.
Oh,
and
nice.
A finger just comes out of nowhere.
The National Lottery finger.
Yeah.
Wicked.
So yeah, that's kind of it. And then there's other stuff to unlock here. And these are like special for the Paladin as well. Okay. So the other class, so if I go here, you can see this is the class we're showing up to now, but there's all these other classes as well, which are basically like each one has a very specific way that they play. So the whole point really, as with the original Dungelot, is that it's not just, you get the games where the classes just look slightly different and maybe they don't play that differently, but each of these classes actually makes the game play like way more differently. And
am I right in thinking the first game was a premium game? The second one, it experimented with the free-to-play thing. Are we back to premium now?
Absolutely back to premium, yeah.
Okay, I don't think some people will breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, perhaps. We will as well, yeah. I mean, we're like, I think Tinybuild, we're not exactly into free-to-play so much. It's not really our MO. So yeah, this is 100%. And I think as well, like when he took Dungelot to kind of free to play, then it didn't work out so well. He's very much into
This is where he hangs out, is it?
Yeah.
This is his pad.
So this is the mansion, and what happens in here is that as you kill special enemies, they'll appear on the walls.
Oh, right.
And all the other characters as well. As you start using them to level up, they'll appear in here as well. So by the time you've actually finished the game, you'll have trophies all over the walls. You'll have like loads of different foods on the table, etc.
Okay.
So that's kind of the idea.
So when are you planning to get this out into the market? What's the release date? Do you know the date?
So we don't really know. Every single time we announce a release date, then it ends up being totally not the release date. But right now, he's aiming to release this in around about August.
August, okay.
Yeah.
All right, then. So latter half of this year, hopefully.
Yeah,
that's
basically,
the idea.
yeah. But it's on PC as well. It's going to be both mobile and Steam, which is kind of fun. But yeah, it's funny as well as you kind of get further into the game. There's just some enemies which kind of take the mick a little bit and just absolutely destroy you. Which is not really fun. So the one thing as well that you can do that for people who like to go deep into these kind of things, you can kind of hold your finger on enemies like this, and it will show you a whole bunch of stats.
Stat lists.
And you can basically use these stats to work out how you're going to kind of like intricate.
Your attacks,
so if you touch the hero, then you can see a whole bunch of stats here as well. And there's quests in each thing. So you can see this Gatherer and there's Hell Diet here. They're all about doing specific things to get special coins.
Okay.
And then you've got the accuracy. Things can happen, like special events happen on certain floors as well. So you can have like a floor, there might be the lighting might be darker than normal, which means your accuracy goes down for that whole floor. Just things like that. Then I think another one, there's like a Guardian guy who basically just gives you a free hit on every enemy that you uncover, which is obviously kind of nice. Oh, that was an easy key.
Okay. So Dungelot, give me the colon title again. Shattered what?
Shattered Lands.
Shattered Lands. All right.
Shattered Lands.
Latter half of this year.
Yes.
We'll look out for it.